Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to talk about the Premier League predictions of game week 23. And the game week is upon us, very huge games, and I'm here to predict for you how the games are going to go, how the scoreline is going to go, and give you some of the stats I think they're going to be very crucial to this game week. And I'm going to be scoring myself, and let me see if I'm going to beat anyone in the comment section. Tell me if you're going to beat me this week. Tell me your predictions at the comment section. Yeah guys, and let us know what you're going to go for. The first game is West Ham United versus Sunderland, and that game is very huge, very crucial. West Ham last weekend they beat Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Last minute, Callum Wilson did the worst thing to Tottenham Hotspur, and I think West Ham are right now 18th place, and for 18th place they need a lot of points so that they may secure promotion. Not promotion, they may secure safety, and so to secure that safety, I think they need to win this game, and being it at the London Stadium, I think it's going to be very huge for them. And they are playing Sunderland, a team that was promoted last year. They brought a lot of players, and I think they have been playing well. Sunderland, I think Sunderland are a very good team with a very good captain like Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka has been doing very well, and I think this game, the last time they played at the Stadium of Light, they went out 3-0 winner. Sunderland beat West Ham United 3-0. Imagine, at the Stadium of Light last meeting. And my prediction, I'm going to go for 1-1 prediction to both teams. I think both teams are going to score, but really I can't see any winner here, so I'm going to go for 1-1. The other game we are going to go is Burnley versus Spurs. As I've alluded to you earlier, that Spurs were beaten, and Spurs getting beaten by West Ham is a very shocking result. And I don't know how you can give West Ham 3 points at your home ground. I cannot even fathom it. West Ham are one of the poorest sides, and Spurs gave them 3 points at the last minute, as I was telling you earlier. Spurs are now 14th, and I think they're in contention of the relegation, but I think because they have good players, I think they're not going to get relegated. Burnley are 19th, and they played really well at Anfield last weekend. As we saw, they played at Anfield, but I think it was just the unlucky. Liverpool were just unlucky not to win that game because it created a lot of chances. But Burnley need to play well here, and being it at Turf Moor, the home ground of Burnley, I think that ground, I think they are going to do something there. But my prediction is 2-1 to Spurs, and I think Spurs are going to win that game 2-1. Let's go to the next game, Fulham versus Brighton. These are very good teams, very good established Premier League teams, and I love the way they are doing their work, they are doing their business. Calvin Bassey is back from the AFCON, Chukwueze, Iwobi, they are all back from the AFCON. And also for Brighton, last weekend they played, I think Brighton played on Monday versus, was it West Ham? No, it was not West Ham. I think Brighton played on Monday. That game finished 1-1. Who was it against? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was against Bournemouth. Yeah, and it finished 1-1. Costulas with a very good overhead kick, and at the last minute as well. So I think this game, it's 50-50 to both teams. The previous meeting it was 1-1, and I think also this time round at the Cottage is going to be 1-1 as well, because 11 versus 12, that game is like equal, and I cannot give you a winner here. The next game is Manchester City versus Wolves. Manchester City, as you know, right now they're in such a bad place. They were beaten by Manchester United and Manchester Derby. Imagine, Manchester City were going for the title, and then you're beaten by Manchester United, a team that I did not even think that Manchester City were going to get beaten. But then, this is a game to make it right, Manchester City versus Wolves. And I think Wolves being 20th and Manchester City being second gives you all the things you need to know. And I think this is the time that Manchester City are going to bounce back. And I think they are going to win. And because their defense has been shaky, I'm going to give Wolves 1 goal, but I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester City. The next game is Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Another huge game for Liverpool. We need to win this, because if we do not win, I think you're going to drop out of the top 4. And one thing we do not need right now is to drop out of the top 4, because we need the top 4. And another good win versus Marseille at the midweek. And Bournemouth had a whole week for rest. And at the previous meeting we met, we beat them 4-2 at Anfield. You remember that game where Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo scored, and Semenyo scored 2 goals as well. But right now he's not at Bournemouth at the moment. But as well, going to Bournemouth at the coast is going to be very hard. And I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 prediction. And I think a 2-2 scoreline is going to be very good. But then Liverpool need a win in this game, and they must win. But I can't see them winning right now. The next game is Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. This is 7th versus 17th. Nottingham Forest need points. I think the last point they had was against Arsenal, which it was a very good point at home. And they are going to a very informed Brentford. Brentford have won 3 of their last 5 games. And the previous meeting, Nottingham Forest beat Brentford 3-1. And I think this game coming into it, Brentford lost to Chelsea last weekend. But I think this time round, Brentford, because they are on a roll, and putting into account that Nottingham Forest lost in the midweek versus, I cannot remember the name. They lost in the midweek away. I saw it just yesterday, but I can't remember what team it was. But listen, Nottingham Forest right now in a spot of bother. Sean Dyche, I don't know what he's going to do to wake up the players, because also Douglas Luiz wants to move. That's another story for another day. But yeah, this game I'm going to go for a 2-1 prediction to Brentford, because Brentford have had a whole week to prepare for this game, and I think they are going to play well after their embarrassing loss to Chelsea. The next game is Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. A very hard game to call. This is a very hard game to call, because they seem not to like score a lot of goals. Chelsea and Crystal Palace, they seem like very good defensively. Crystal Palace this week, they have not had any games the Europa League, but Chelsea have had a game versus Pafos, and they won it 1-0 just about. And this game being at Selhurst Park, I think they are going to be aroused, but I think they are going to get up for it, the Crystal Palace fans. And also Mateta wants to leave, Gehi leaving to Manchester City. All these things, they culminate on the fans, and I think the fans are going to give a huge boost to the players. And all in all, I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline, but I'm not going to be very scared or shocked if Crystal Palace takes the win this time round. Yeah, next game is Newcastle United versus Aston Villa. A very good game, huge game. Aston Villa have had a midweek game. Also Newcastle have had midweek games, but they have won it. And this game being at St. James's Park is a very huge game. 8th versus 3rd. Aston Villa, they are playing really well. They are playing in the Premier League. They are playing very good football. And I think this is going to be another hard game to call. I don't know how it's going to go. 8th versus 3rd. I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle United, because I think Newcastle being at home, they won their midweek game, and they won it very convincingly. So I think that is going to be one of the reasons why they are going to win this game 2-1. But their previous meeting they met, it was 0-0 at the Aston Villa Stadium. So I don't know how it's going to go, but my prediction is 2-1 to Newcastle. The biggest game of the weekend, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Very huge game of Arsenal's season. Taking into account that Manchester City are playing Wolves, the bottom team in the Premier League, I think this is a must-win for Arsenal if they want to go on to win the title. This is a very must-win game. And also for Manchester United, it's a very huge game for them, for the top 4 hopes, for them getting to the top 4, getting to the Champions League places, because a club like Manchester United need Champions League. And as you know, the last game it was 0-0 for Arsenal. It was against Nottingham Forest away. And this game, and Manchester United last game was 2-0 to Manchester City. And that was very, very good. And I liked it so much. And yeah, I think this game is hard to call. Michael Carrick, what is he going to do? What is he going to achieve for this Manchester United team? I think he's going to be a very, very good coach. And also the manager Bounce. He made the players awake from their slumber. But I think this game is going to go 1-1. It's going to be a scoreline of 1-1. I don't see any team winning. I don't see any team getting points, getting the 3 points. And yeah, going to go Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. That is my prediction. The last game of the weekend, Everton versus Leeds, 10th versus 16th. And Leeds have been playing very, very well. They have lost only one of their last 5 matches. And Everton, they beat Aston Villa convincingly, 3-0 last weekend. And that was a very, very good result for Everton. And Leeds also won their last game, 1-0 versus Fulham. And the previous meeting, Leeds won by 1-0. And I think Everton are going to wake up in this game, and they are going to win this game by 2-1. And if you have reached this place of the video, guys, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment, so that I may make more and more videos like this, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. That is my prediction. Tell me your prediction in the comment section. And thank you guys for all your support. Peace.